Okay, I know I'm late on putting my input in this character, but we finna ball right now. Vegeta family, Super Saiyans, category Key plus 3, HP attack and defense 170%, HP attack and defense 30% for pure Saiyans battle wits and master evolution. I'm just gonna hop straight into this because I know a lot of people already have uploaded this video, and I just want to give my 2 cents on the unit. I want to put a placement on him, like how good is he? Is he decent? I might do the banner unit as well, but Key plus 2 attack and defense 150%, guards all attacks, reduce damage received by 18%, and launches an additional super attack for 3 turns from the character's entry turn. The more HP remaining when the character attacks for the first time in a turn, the greater the additional attack boost received within the turn. So this is a little bit different than regular. So you know how Trunks, for an example, Super Trunks, when he transforms, the tech one, the one that everyone hates before he transforms, I'm talking about the one that guaranteed crits and then does the double supers, and then everyone praises him when he finally transforms. Okay, so how his work is, it's at the start of the turn. So with Vegeta, let's say you have a healing unit in slot 1, okay, and you're like at 60% HP. So what will happen with Vegeta is, instead of it being on turn, let's say you heal 10%, so like 70%, during the super. I don't know what super unit has healing in their kit before when they attack, but let's just say that's the case. So instead of it being 60% HP, because that's what happens on the turn, his attack will be higher. You know what I'm saying? Because you heal some. But on the opposite spectrum is, if you take massive damage before he attacks, his attack will lower a little bit more. So it's a solid thing. It's solid. It's a new mechanic pretty much. But the more HP remaining when the character receives an attack for the first time in turn, the greater the additional defense boost. So when he gets attacked, right? So whenever he gets hit, depending on how much HP he has, it's the same with attack. That's how much defense he's gonna have, instead of it being on the start of the turn. I don't know which I prefer, to be honest. It's interesting. Plus an additional defense 31% with each attack received up to 80%. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when there's an ally whose names include Goku. Youth, Captain Ginyu Jr. excluded. Okay, they just say it twice. This is his active skill to transform, which is probably the best transformation in the game other than turn 4. Turn 4, I don't know. This is even better than turn 4. Let's just be real. Can be activated when HP is 18% or more starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle once only. So they basically doing a play on a Saiyan day, because 3rd turn with 18% or more HP, it's free. They just wanted him to be free. You see him in base form, you get the active. They wanted to make sure it was voiced. That's why they gave him an active transformation. So I appreciate the little efforts that they did, but I won't lie, I wish they would have put, does an android ever experience fear? And then he goes Super Saiyan. That shit would have been insane. And imagine if Dokkan actually put in Bruce Falconer. Like, oh my, do you know how lit if the theme from the anime was in Dokkan? I know they can't do that, or it might be like some copyright issue, or they got to do something special. But imagine that theme plays. When Vegeta goes Super Saiyan for the first time, that shit was so fucking lit. It was so legendary. Excuse my Chinese and my French, my guy, but it was so legendary. But they gave us something different. I'm not gonna play the animations, but man, I'm mad. I'm low-key salty about that. So this is his transform state. The art looks good. He does a big we not gonna spoil nothing, even though I know you already know it. So now his passive is Key plus 3 attack and defense 180%. He just guards all attack. Reduces damage received by 18%. Like I said, this is a play on the Saiyan Day 318. So plus an additional attack 180% when attacking, and if HP is 30% or more when attacking, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. I wish the HP condition wasn't there, but hey, it is what it is. You'll be above 30% most of the time. Plus an additional attack, just attack 30% if the target's enemy HP is 80% or less when attacking. Plus an additional attack 30% if the target's enemy HP is 60% or less when attacking. And plus an additional attack of 50% if the target enemy is HP or 40% or less when attacking. So it's the same thing here in this passive with the previous passive. So let's say you start to turn and the enemy is starting with 80% health. Now, whoever you put in slot 1, let's say he do 40% of the damage. This extra part of his passive will proc mid-turn. You know what I'm saying? And if somehow you get him below 40% health, he'll get this when attacking. So it's good. It's better. You gotta trust me when I say this. This is how you want the units to look. You want it to be, mid-turn, like with Int Gohan. If he has 70, he could get the 77% damage, or MVP 17 mid-turn. Plus an additional defense 180% when receiving an attack. So he just gets that when getting this Vegeta, he's gonna look bad. He's probably gonna start off, with like 500k defense, but as soon as you get hit, that's over 1 million easily. That's already over 1 million, and then you get it's just attack here, defense. So this is the only defense he's getting other than this defense right here. He's busted. You gotta trust me, he is busted still, but man, I wish there was more defense somewhere. Launches an additional super attack within the same turn and disables the enemy's attack action once within a turn after receiving an attack. He decent. He solid. How do I feel about him? He's definitely better than God Goku. He's definitely better than the Gammas. He's definitely better than... Is he better than Hirudegan? He's better than Hirudegan. He's better. I think this is the best TUR in the game, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Don't y'all sleeping on this 18%, because what I forgot to mention is in his previous he stacks attack and defense 20%. He could do 4 freaking supers. He could stack 4 times in his base kit. He could theoretically stack 8 times before you transform with him. Well, no, I mean, it just depended on who you are. Me, I'm going to use him for that first turn. The first 2 turns, I'm going to always keep him in base form unless we going against a powerful enemy. So we could stack up with him and potentially stack 8 times. So I'm probably going to transform him turn 5 at the minimum, unless it's special conditions. Okay, so this is his Big Bang attack. Can be activated after the character receives an attack 3 or more times in battle, or when facing only one enemy whose HP is 80% or less. He good, bro. Are you serious? That's it? Or when facing... Bro, these are easy. Hey, yo, they cooked. Massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy. All attacks become critical hits within a turn activated. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Immense damage to enemy and seal super attack. Bro, this dude is a legendary unit. He a legendary unit, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. This is easily the best TUR in the game. Like, easily. Easily, with ease. Oops. So, yeah. Raises attack and defense. Causes immense damage and seal super. Let's play it. Let's see if it can. I'm outside right now. I'm not even in the house, so my internet may be a little slow. If it don't load within the next 5 seconds, you know what I'm gonna do. All right, we moving on. Forget it. So I want to see King Vegeta though. Let's see King Vegeta. How King Vegeta looking? Cause I don't know like the banner units that they. Hold on. Let's go home. Or to cards. Okay, let's go home then. Okay. You wasting my time, Dokkan Wiki. You're wasting my time. Just skip forward. Just skip forward a little bit. Okay, here we go. King Vegeta, Regalty. Why it should have said like royalty. Maybe this means royalty. I'm gonna look this up after the video. Let me go ahead and just copy that right now. Regality. That sound like vigorous or something different. But hey, another Saiyan on Saiyan Day. We like it. Key plus 3 attack and defense 180%. Plus an additional attack and defense 90% when attacking. Changes physical key spheres to HEO key spheres. He's an orb changer, which is pretty freaking good. Wait, he's tech. Vegeta's tech? Ooh. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, Vegeta does want 1 dupe. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I did want to mention that if Vegeta wasn't tech, if he was like physical or AGL, you wouldn't really need a dupe as bad, but you really do want some additional on that Vegeta. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you want some additional on that Vegeta. So if you summon, I'm not gonna tell you to crash out about it, but me personally, I'm gonna get 1 copy and I'm gonna want at least 1 more copy. Key plus 3 attack and defense 180. Oh, I already read this. So reduces damage received by 18% with 3 or more key spheres obtained. It doesn't have to be AGL. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we want. You know, if it's not just outright, you know, three, you're gonna get three key spheres most likely. Plus an additional damage reduction 18% with 3 or more. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. Yeah. So he's got base kit 18% with 3, but if you collect 3 AGLs, it's gonna be 36% damage. Yeah, 36 damage reduction. Pure Saiyans and Vegeta family category allies attack and defense 30% and chance of performing a critical hit 18%. Plus an additional attack and defense 90% and all allies key plus 3 and attack and defense 30%. What in the hell? This nigga is a phenomenal support. Yo, he's phenomenal. Yo, this is a he's phenomenal, yo. He's a phenomenal banner. He better than Dodoria for sure. Wow. So you just need, for this to activate, you just need Vegeta on rotation. He's a phenomenal unit. Now, the only thing I would say is if he had like some sort of dodge or or guard. Like even if it was a set, like with banner units, I think for banner units, you should give them a percentage chance of guarding. Like, I think that's reasonable. But when it's like Dokkan Fest level units or LRs, like, don't do that. Like with Boo, you know the AGL Boo, he got a 70% chance to guard. Like, don't do that with the good units. Do that with like the banner units. Like, imagine if he had 70% chance to guard, you know, on top of this. Like, he would be busted. Like, he would be busted. He's still good though. He not busted. Like, who's a good banner unit that was just busted when they came out? Like a side banner unit. I say Raccoon and Goldo. I say the ball sack dude. I don't really remember the Turles units. I don't really know. He was a busted side banner unit too. There's one more banner unit that I'm missing that was just extremely busted. I can't think of him right now. But is this a summon? I would summon. Look, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. His team is great. Like, I know his team doesn't sound good, like Super Saiyans and Vegeta's battle. But after 9 years, you got Broly. You got Gogeta on his team. You got Evolution Blue Vegeta on his team because of Vegeta's family. You got the STR Vegeta. Did I already? Yeah, you got the STR Vegeta. I mean, he got some on his team he can run. You got this King Vegeta. Now, hopefully, I did pull Frieza, but I didn't pull Dodoria. So hopefully on this banner, I get King Vegeta because I will be running King Vegeta alongside of Vegeta when I do a showcase. I'm gonna get this unit. I'm gonna get him. I'm throwing every last stone into this Vegeta. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna recommend you do this too. He's better than God Goku when God Goku released. You know how good God Goku is? He's better than God Goku. Well, he's way better than God Goku. It's not even close. He's so much better than God Goku. And he's better. He's gonna have a more serious impact than God Goku ever will. He's that broken. Like, cause in the longer phases, in the longer content, in these new 9-year hardest fights in the game, you're gonna be able to stack with him. You're gonna be able to just stack. Pop the active skill. He's got guard. He's got 18% damage reduction. And pre-super, he gonna be hovering around 1 million defense. I'm talking about the longer ones, like them 4 phase fights. He probably gonna be sending around 1 million defense with guard, 18% damage reduction, and then he's gonna get another 180% defense when supering. Yeah, he's busted. He's busted, bro. Oh, let's look at him. Oh, let's see if they did the super easy A yet. Did they update this and give him the super easy A? Yeah, easy A. I want to see if they gave him the super easy A. Yeah, now let's talk about the GOAT. So key +2 attack and defense, because they only changed his passive. They didn't change his super attack. They didn't change his leader. They just wanted this to be a runnable unit. You know what I'm saying? So key +2 attack and defense 200%. Performs a critical hit for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. And super class allies chance of performing a critical. Oh, so he's a support. Extreme class allies chance of performing a crit 10% for 3 turns. Okay. So he's a supporting He's a crit supporting 200%. How do I feel about this so far? Plus an additional attack and defense 150% for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. So this stacks. And then a plus an additional attack and defense 150% and a high chance of launching an additional super attack when performing a super attack for 7 turns. Yo, his stats is going to be insane, especially after supering. Plus an additional attack and defense 100% when performing the super attack starting from the 8th. Oh, okay, I was about to say starting from the 8th turn. So when this runs out, when 150% attack and defense runs out, he's only going to get 100% attack and defense when supering, which is only a 50% nerf, which is pretty significant, actually. In today's age, that's actually pretty significant. 50% is nothing to scoff about no more. Medium chance of evading enemy's attack. Oh, he just outright has that. Plus an additional chance of evading enemy's attacks 30% before attacking. So if you're running him slot 1, he's basically God Goku. You know what I'm saying? Without guard. Does he get like a plus an additional defense 150% and high chance of performing a critical hit for 3 turns after evading an attack? Does he get like an additional super any attack anywhere? Oh, okay. High chance of launching an additional super attack. Okay, yeah. Because I seen a showcase of him already, and he looks solid. He looks decent. But I think he's probably the second best EZA after Kefla. I think Kefla's slightly better than this Goku, but he's right there with Kefla. Like, he's not far behind. No, Kefla's a pretty big jump. I'm not gonna lie. Kefla, I don't know what they were thinking with Kefla, but Kefla just that guy. But yeah, let me know how you feel about these new units. Let me know if you're gonna summon on Saiyan. I mean, it's looking like they finna throw us a bunch of stones too, free stones. They about to just throw us the alley-oop. It's looking like they really trying to, keep us happy and excited, because, what better unit to drop than Super Saiyan Vegeta? I mean, that's an iconic moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the super attacks animations that much, but his Super Saiyan active is phenomenal. His Big Bang active is phenomenal. And that's what they really needed to kill. You know what I'm saying? I like his base form super attack a lot too. I'm not gonna lie. It was solid. You know what I'm saying? It was decent. I'm not gonna gas it up too much, but they did their thing with this celebration. They cooking up. And they still haven't announced the EZA, the Saiyan Day EZA. Because remember, Bardock was not the Saiyan Day EZA. He was the Frieza celebration EZA. So who do you think they're gonna EZA? Let me know that in the comments, and shoot, let's just rock out. Give me to 1K. Give me the 1K.